I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course.
I fucking love Chicago. Isn't it brilliant? Isn't it amazing? I've had just the best time. Thank you so much. I tell you, I'd risk coming again through volcanic ash clouds. Anything to go. It's fantastic. Terrorist attack. I've actually always been a nervous flyer, to be honest. And I flew a few weeks after 9/11, and after 9/11, the world went a little bit crazy. You know, understandably, the rules changed, and there was a lot of anger and fear and confusion and finger pointing, and I'd always consider myself quite a rational, liberal sort of guy, and I tried to remain that way after 9/11, and even in in the pub with mates, I'd be the ones going, no, you can't say that, no, that's a generalisation, that's ridiculous, no, that's unfair, you can't tar everyone with the same brush, no, it's still the safest form of transport, it's 16 million to 1 the chance of trying to be rational. That's in a pub. When I'm flying, it's more like, check him again. Can we check him again? He's getting on this, but do you mind if I check him? Can I just... And after 9/11, with all the checks, I still tried to remain sort of rational and philosophical. I was thinking, right, it's harder now than it ever was to get a bomb on the plane. This is, the restrictions are tight. It's safer now. And then I found out that a terrorist doesn't even have to get on the plane now with a bomb. They found heat-seeking missiles, and they could just park up in some sort of lay-by and take the plane out within the first 10 minutes of takeoff. So now I'd be on the plane going, right, we're out of range. Who's got the bomb, right? And as I say, I flew a couple of weeks after 9/11, internal flight, and we're up in the air. I'd done the thing right, we're out of range, right, okay, right. And I was still a bit nervous, and I said to the air hostess, I said, have you got any magazines? Think of this. She said, quite loud, quite blasé, she said, no, honey, we've got no magazines. We've had to undertake severe cutbacks because we're one of the companies being sued over 9/11. One, don't mention 9/11. Surely a new rule book went round. Don't mention 9/11 when you're handing out the coffee. Just, you know what I mean, right? Two, don't say severe cutbacks. Severe cutbacks. If someone says that, I don't think of magazines anymore. I think of a bloke in an aircraft hangar earlier that week going, do we really need all these rivets? It's just... What terrible bedside manner. I mean, I take first-class flights everywhere. I know you wouldn't have it any other way. I'd do it for you, really. Some of the flights I take cost £10,000, okay? And for £10,000 in a disaster, I expect the front end of my plane that I'm in to gently break off and float down to a desert island. It doesn't. I'll die with the rest of you fucking losers. That's not fair, is it? In a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... Oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one. And it was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough, yeah. But... The reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flailing, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Definitely. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just... No. Open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent. He is actually a hero of mine. Not my greatest hero. My greatest hero is Nelson Mandela. What a man, isn't he? He's an incredible man. Incarcerated for 25 years. He was released in 1990. He's been out about 18 years now. And he hasn't reoffended. I think he's going straight. Which shows you prison does work. I learnt a lot last year about one of your great American heroes, Rosa Parks. It was the 200-year celebration of the abolition of slavery in Britain last year. We were a bit ahead of you on that. But well done. Well done. But the abolition of slavery wasn't the end of racism. Racism was still inherent in society as late as the 50s and 60s in England and America. And it was this one incident that sparked off the civil rights movement. A young black woman called Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white person on a bus. It was the law, but she'd had enough. And she was arrested for that. But then that law was changed. But she didn't stop there. She started sitting in those seats meant for disabled people. She talked to the driver when the bus was in motion. Did she have the correct change ready? Did she, bollocks? Oh, some people.
Last one. Come on, guys. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Right, listen, this is... Shush. Shush, shut up, really, seriously. Right, a few years ago on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him. But now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mal blames... We know who Mal blames. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No. I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please, Malcolm. Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy. Yeah. Well, if you'd left your drink here, you don't need to leave your drink here. I'll put you to sleep another way, son of a bitch.
Listen.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I think we all want the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does sugar tits even mean?
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares?